Hey everybody, and welcome back to Baking with Joy. Well, the Christmas season is upon us and everybody's in the mood to make Christmas goodies. So tonight we're going to be making fudge. We're going to be making some white chocolate fudge. And you only need 2 ingredients, and you can add to this fudge anything you want to make it festive. You could add nuts, some dried fruit. I have a few dried cranberries, and that's what I'm going to be adding to this fudge once it's melted. So let me just show you what we have here. I've got a little mixing bowl right here and just a regular big tablespoon. And I have a 14-ounce can of sweetened condensed milk, a 12-ounce, or you could use an 11-ounce. Some bags contain 11 ounces of Nestle Toll House Premier White Chocolate Morsels, or white morsels, a 12-ounce bag. Over on my counter, I've got an 8x8 glass dish that I sprayed with non-stick spray. Or you could use butter, or you can use parchment. A lot of people like to use parchment. So what we're going to do is we're going to empty up this sweetened condensed milk in this little small mixing bowl. And I'm going to get every little bit out, because you know how thick sweetened condensed milk is. And I don't want to leave any remaining in the can, okay? And then I'm going to take my bag of chocolate chips, white chocolate chips, and I'm just going to empty up the whole 12-ounce bag. And I think I got it all in there. And I'm just going to stir it around. Kind of get it all combined good. And that's really all there is to it. Now, if you don't want to add anything to this and just leave it plain, you can. You can add a little pinch of salt to this, which we may do. And a little bit of, just a tad bit of extract, vanilla extract. Or you could possibly add a little bit of, just a tad of almond extract. So now I've got this mixed up. I'm going to go put it in the microwave. And I'm gonna heat it up till it's good, till the chocolate chips are good and melted and everything is real creamy. And I'm going to do this at 30 to 40 minute intervals because I don't want to burn these white chocolate chips. So I'll be back. We will be back once everything is melted and combined. Okay, everybody, we're back, and if you can, this bowl is really hot. If you can look inside here and you see how thick it is, it has taken me like 6 or 7 times of 30-minute increment. I'm sorry, 30 seconds. 30 to 35 second increments in the microwave to get it to a melted stage. So it took a little longer than what I thought. So I'm going to say about 7 different times we have repeated it in the microwave at 35-second increments. I don't know how many minutes that is, but you got to be so careful because white chocolate will scorch very easily and it will seize up. But it did actually melt quite good with the sweetened condensed milk, but it just took a lot longer. another tip is just keep stirring and stirring and stirring between increments. Because even after heating it up like 7 different times in the microwave at 35-second increments, I still had little tiny tidbits, if you can see in there. And so I'm just stirring. That it's nice and thick. So that is a good sign, because you do want it to set up nicely. So see how easy that was? 11 to 12 ounce bag of white chocolate chips and 1 can of sweetened condensed milk. Now, what I'm going to do to this is I want to just kind of make this pretty for Christmas. So you can add in a little pinch of salt to cut the sweetness if you want to. You don't have to. Or you could put just a little tiny dash of vanilla, maybe 1/8 of a teaspoon. I'm going to add about just a little drop of drop or two of almond extract. And if you had some dried cherries, that would be lovely in there. I don't have any dried cherries, but I do have a few dried cranberries in this bag here. And I would like to add in a few of those. They're dark red. I'm not going to add in a whole lot. So I added in a little bit more. So I'm going to say I've added in probably maybe 1/2 to 3/4 of a cup of dried cranberries. And like I said, this is purely optional. You know, nuts, any kind of nut, walnuts, almonds, pecans, chopped pecans. Or if you just want it to leave it plain, it's fine. I'm going to set this over here, and I've got my 8x8 glass dish. And I'm not going to use any parchment. I did spray it with my coconut non-stick cooking spray. And this bowl is where I can handle it. So now I'm just going to pour this in. And if you can see the dried cranberries, it's a deep red, real dark looking. I would like it to have been a little bit brighter red, but that's okay. But dried cranberries is, you know, similar to dried cherries. And like I said, you can add any kind of nut to it you want. Or just leave it plain. Or you could put Christmas sprinkles on top, would be really pretty. And I'm just going to smooth out. Look how creamy that is. And so easy to make. Only 2 ingredients. So what we need to do right now, everybody, is put this in the refrigerator or freezer and let it chill for at least an hour. It won't take long to set up, I promise, because it is very thick mixture. Okay, everybody, so I'm going to get this in the freezer for at least an hour, and then we'll come back and we'll cut it into squares and give it a little taste test. Okay, everybody, I chilled our fudge just a little over an hour, and I cut it into squares. It is still sticky. So I would suggest letting it set up probably 3 to 4 hours for it to fully set up, because it's still kind of sticky and pliable. But it is a beautiful color. And I'm just going to take a little taste test. And here's a little square of it right here. And as you can see, there's the cranberry. And I'm just going to take a little taste test. It's very good. It has a real mild, mellow flavor. White chocolate cranberry fudge. And white chocolate fudge with cranberries. And like I said, you could put nuts, sprinkles, dried cherries, any kind of dried fruit, or nuts, or sprinkles, anything that you wanted to. But this is delicious, and it will look beautiful on your Christmas tray table. And everyone, I'd just like to say, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, this has been Baking with Joy, and Merry Christmas.